Here's my dehydrator that I bought last year. I really like it. It's the Excalibur Food Dehydrator, and it's the one with 9 trays. It's got a lot of different temperature settings on here for depending on what you're dehydrating. Lots of trays, and I usually fill it up fairly quickly. It's not hard to actually fill it up. I thought at first I should have got a smaller one, but really if you're going to do everything, you might as well just do it all in one batch, I think, but that's just my opinion. With the dehydrator, well, separately, I purchased these sheets, and these are the sheets that I use if I'm doing spaghetti sauce or anything like that, salsa. You can pour it right on here, and then you just put it back on top of one of these trays and put it in the dehydrator. That way you can still dehydrate liquids. So today I'm just going to do a few things. I am at home in the kitchen, and I would obviously rather be camping. The weather hasn't been the greatest, and I'm ready for some paddling season to start, but the weather's not cooperating yet, unfortunately, but the good news is that my head's not quite ready yet either, so I'm hoping very soon I'm going to be able to get out. But in the meantime, I was at the grocery store yesterday and I came across some really good deals. Some beautiful strawberries. They were on sale at Food Basics yesterday for $1.88. Not too bad. They look really nice. They smell amazing. I love to dehydrate strawberries for pancakes, for the back country and for the front country. And also I like to eat the strawberry chips sometimes as a snack. And I also like to put them in my oatmeal when I'm able to eat that. So I bought 3 of these containers. I also really like dehydrated onions. Sometimes I just throw them in as is, and they just add some really great flavor to whatever it is that I'm making. So I just got 2 stocks. They weren't super cheap, they weren't on sale, but I figured if I was going to do a batch of stuff to dehydrate, I might as well add some onions in there and get a few things started. Cucumbers were on sale as well, $1 a piece, so I got 2 of them. I like to dehydrate cucumbers because they are great in water. I really love water, and I just like it as it is. But sometimes I don't mind having a cocktail when I'm camping, and cucumber water goes very nice with gin, and it also goes nice with vodka. So got 2 of those. Last year I did some peppers, which came out really well, and I used them for rice. I get, I don't think I have any in this cupboard here, but I get this basmati rice from the Dollarama. It's already cooked. And it depends on my weight issue, like what I'm carrying, what kind of trip I'm doing, but they're great. It's $1 a package. It's already cooked. I toss it in a frying pan, you know, with some rehydrated peppers, maybe a can of shrimp, maybe a can of crab meat, maybe just some veggies, and stir it up with a little bit of soy sauce or some seafood sauce, soy sauce, or, oh, what's that other, sesame oil is really good. Oyster sauce, which I really like. So I'll bring a small little Nalgene container, mix up the 3 of them, and pour that on some rice with some peppers, and that's really, really good. I also really like apple chips, and the Royal Gala apples were on sale for 88 cents a pound. So I got about 6 of them here. I hate peeling apples and coring them, but they really are worth it. They last a really long time. They're fantastic in oatmeal, and they're just good by themselves as a snack or just to add a little flavor. I like to do some dehydrating. I don't do a ton of it because I can't eat a lot of fruit and vegetables when I'm out on trip because of my colitis. Those people that do all these crazy things, if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Please leave them in the comments, and maybe I'll try something new this year. You never know. Speaking of trying something new, I have this jar of pickles in my fridge. I've never dehydrated a pickle, but I thought You know, every time I dehydrate something, I always try to throw something in for fun. Last time I made some mashed potatoes for dinner and I had some left over, so I spread them out on one of the trays, and they came out delicious. They were actually like almost like chips, and they were so good. I decided that at some point, maybe this weekend, I don't know, I'll make up a big batch of mashed potatoes and just dehydrate them, because I mean, you can buy them in the package and they're already done and they're really good, but why not just make my own? So these pickles are Big Sandwich Savers. I really like them. They're good for sandwiches. And these are the extra garlic. I'm just gonna put a couple of them on a sheet and see if they do anything. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start with the strawberries. They're probably, I don't know if they're the easiest, but I like doing the strawberries the best. I don't know why. Probably because they smell so good. Alright, well, the strawberries are done. I've got 3 full trays. I think I'll do the peppers next, probably do the apples last. So here we go with the peppers. Alright, with some green onions. I like the flavor of onions, but not like a huge amount. So I like green onions. I found that dehydrating these is really great. You can add it to all kinds of stuff and it adds a nice flavor for me. So that is 2 cucumbers, English cucumbers, almost 2 full trays. Now if you cut the cucumbers too thin, they get stuck to the tray and they get like papers, so I made them a little bit thicker this time to see how that would go. I now have only 2 trays remaining to fill up. So like I said, the space does go pretty quickly. I have some artichoke hearts. I love these on my pizza that I make at camp. They are amazing. They dehydrate really nicely, and they're a little bit messy, but they smell really good while they're dehydrating too. So I'm gonna do these 2. I'm gonna do my test pickle, and I have some tomatoes here. They were actually on sale as well. I wasn't gonna include them, but just to fill up the trays. I don't have enough room to do 6 apples today. So I'm gonna do up the tomatoes and the artichoke hearts, and that should fill up the dehydrator. Okay, all I have left are the tomatoes. I only have 1 tray left, so better put my pickle on here before I forget. And oh, what the heck, we'll do 2 just for fun. See how that comes out. Okay. So here's the last of my trays. Started this at 5 yesterday, went till 9, so 4 hours, and I turned it back on this morning when I started work, which was 7. The cucumbers are looking pretty good, the ones that are super thin. As you can see, they're crunchy. And most of them are pretty much there. See, this is why I don't like to do them thin. See how hard it is to get it off? Whereas these ones, you can just pull them off. Okay, so there's the cucumbers. Some of them are still a little bit wet and it's a little bit moist, so I'm gonna leave them on. And the strawberries are looking very good as well. They are coming along. They're still the same thing. Some of the thinner ones are not bad, but they're not as crispy as I would like them to be. I like all the moisture out of them so that there is no chance that they're going to spoil. Here we've got the peppers. They're looking pretty good as well. I'll just try to snap them in half basically. See how these are nice and dry? I'm just going to leave them in for a little bit longer. Okay, the green onions are definitely finished, so I will take those out and put them in a Ziploc bag. Got some more cucumbers. Oh, see, these cucumbers are ready. See how they're all nice and crispy and crunchy. There's no moisture left in those. So I will take that tray out. And the artichoke hearts still have some oil. You have to watch with these because they're marinated and they have oil in them, so they take a little bit longer to dehydrate. And the same with the tomatoes. They're looking good, but they still have a lot of moisture in them. And how are my 2 project pickles doing? Oh, they're actually very crunchy. And I think the pickles might be done. Okay, it's been another hour-ish since I checked things. So here to take a look. Strawberries look pretty good. They are now leathery, and I think they're good. Strawberries. Okay, and the cucumbers are good now. Yep, they feel good. Okay, and our artichoke hearts, how are they doing? Oh, they are crispy. Perfect. They're done as well. And the only tray left is the tomatoes. Everything's done. I have my dehydrated pickle slice here, sandwich saver, and I just boiled a little bit of water in the microwave. Just put it in there for 2 minutes on high, and I'm just going to let that sit, and we'll check back later and see how it comes out. I'm all done. So we have 2 English cucumbers, 2 bunches of green onions. These are 3 of those big containers of strawberries. I believe I did 2.5 tomatoes. Didn't do a lot because I ran out of room. And 4 yellow and red peppers in total. I think there were 2 yellow and 2 red. And 2 jars of marinated artichoke hearts. So, that's that. There they're all done, I'm going to put these away. I usually put them in my fruit crisper in the bottom of my fridge, and just leave them there until I'm ready to use them. I almost forgot about the pickle experiment. So I put it in some hot water, and it's been sitting for about 15 minutes, and oh, it's rehydrated. Let's see how it tastes. It's kind of like leather. So, fail on the pickle. Too bad, because I really like them. See ya. Well, I didn't get to do the apples the other day when I did my dehydrating because I filled up all the trays. So today I'm just going to do the apples, and I'm going to peel them up and core them and slice them as thin as I can get them. And what I do with my apples is I cover them with cinnamon. Really yummy. It makes them a nice snack. You can just eat them right out of the bag as they are, or I also like to have them in my oatmeal. So I'm going to make these up real quick and get them in the dehydrator. Okay, that's the last of them. So there is 6 apples sliced up, thin. All right, well, the apples are finished, I believe. It only took about 4 hours. As you can see, they're not crispy. I like them kind of chewy and soft, and they taste delicious. So I'm gonna bag them up and put them away. Hey, well, the apples are finished. They look great, and they taste delicious. I really like them. They kind of remind me of marshmallows. They've got this nice, I don't know, like spongy quality. These ones are really good. They're not stuck to the sheets at all, so I'm just gonna bag them up real quick.